Hello again, everybody. You are watching The Last Word presented by The Vegas Voice. I'm Dan Roberts, the publisher and editor of The Vegas Voice, and I am joined by my usual best buddy, my lady love, and my partner in life and love, and that's Ronna Goodman. Ronna, all yours.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We're from the Vegas Voice, and we have the largest senior newspaper in the state of Nevada. We go from Aliente to Boulder City and beyond. If you're not already receiving our newspaper, you should be. So all you have to do is pick up a phone or go on the internet and contact either Dan or myself, and we will make sure that you get the paper. Dan, tell them how to get it.
You got it. Obviously, if you want the paper, just call the Vegas Voice at 702-251-4441, or you can contact us via the website, www.thevegasvoice.net. As you know, Ronna, that we are trying with our show, The Last Word, to get all political issues, political candidates that really concern seniors, our readers 50 and over. And we are very lucky today to have such a wonderful gentleman. And, of course, I'm speaking about Jim Marchant, who is the Republican candidate for Assembly 37. Jim, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Jim, you know what? Tell us, no one's from Nevada, at least I'm not. I mean, I'm from New York. Where are you from originally? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Florida originally. I moved out here about almost 12 years ago for a little small business opportunity. I kind of retired and got a little bored, and I said, well, let me try something else. Something came available here in Nevada, and I took it and moved out here. And I was involved in politics in Florida and wasn't really intending on getting into politics out here, but I guess I can't stay away from it when I see things that aren't happening the way that I would like.
Right. And again, one of the big questions I have, and I say it like half in jest but half serious, in this political world that our country is now facing, why would anybody get involved in politics? No, in politics. I mean, it's something, you see how nasty, how divided it can be, and you jump in, and I don't know whether to admire you for your interest or say, oh, my God, what kind of person would do something like that?
Well, if you look at what our founders gave up, I'm not giving up near what they did. And I feel like I owe it to them and the future, the children of the future, to try to do something to fix our state and our country if that's something that we can affect at a state level. So I just feel like I have to do it. It's the cause. I'm not in it for a career. I don't need a career. I've already, I'm basically retired. I just see things happening that bother me, and I want to get back to more common sense policies in our government, run them more like a business, and that will make the economy be a lot better. And as Ronald Reagan said, a rising tide lifts all boats.
And again, this is your first run for politics, is that correct?
It's my first run. However, in Florida, I was very involved in politics. My background is technology. In 1984, I started a computer software company and operated that from 84 until about 96. But during that time also, if you remember, in 1994, the internet was just kind of beginning. And I opened a internet service provider company, one of the first in Florida and in the country, a matter of fact. And as a result of doing that, the Florida Department of Revenue wanted me to collect sales tax on internet access. So I didn't like it. I didn't agree with them. And I challenged them, and I actually beat them. I actually beat City Hall. That's never done, but I actually did it. And as a result of that, most other states passed a bill just like we did. And the way I did it was I got a Democratic governor, actually, to sign an executive order temporarily exempting internet sales tax on internet access. And that gave me time to go to the legislature. I found a couple of representatives in Florida and senators, and then started working on a bill that made it permanent. And we made it permanent, and like I said, most every other state in the country adopted our bill, and that's why we don't pay sales tax on internet access now.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So if you think about the amount of money between then, it's 98 is when this happened, and now the money that stayed in the economy as opposed to going to a government that wastes it.
That's one way of looking at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I got you. Assembly District 37 encompasses what area, so our viewers know exactly who they can vote for.
Yeah, it's northwest. If you take Summerlin Parkway from about Crestdale and go west to 215, go north to Cheyenne, east to Fort Apache, north to Lone Mountain, east to about Rancho, south to about Smoke Ranch, and then from there it kind of winds around back to Crestdale through Desert Shores, and it encompasses Sun City Summerlin also, which is a great community.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the things for our readers, because everybody in Sun City Summerlin receive a copy of the Vegas Voice.
Yeah.
So
And they read it.
They read it.
Yeah.
That's even more important. You know that? Yeah. You know, and let's go with, I mean, you mentioned in your literature that you're a Ronald Reagan conservative. And despite the cliche and what the cliche, tell us a little bit about it. What does it really mean?
I have, I guess in 1976, when he ran for president and lost to Gerald Ford, I was kind of involved in his campaign a little bit, just helping, on a local level. And I admired him. He was one of the people that I most admire in the world. And so seeing the way that his policies and his platform that he wanted for the Republican Party kind of fit the way I believe, a smaller government, less taxes, and far less regulations, because regulations are killing businesses today. And the numbers are astounding, the dollars that are spent on companies having to deal with regulations, and it's killing our economy, and we have to do something about that. So one of Reagan's closest advisors was Milton Friedman, and I'm a disciple of his. I believe in very much in free market capitalism, and we've got to get back to that in order to get our economy back to where we're used to back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So I really admire him.
And you know what? But let me throw something else at you. Again, you mentioned that your district encompasses Sun City Summerlin. Hopefully, you win the election. You now become the assemblyman. But for people at Sun City Summerlin, for our readers, our seniors, how do they know that they can trust you? How do they know that you're there for them, representing them, not business, but for those seniors itself?
Well, I think I'm very sympathetic to seniors and their needs, because I'm almost a senior myself. I actually am a senior, so I understand a lot of the issues that they're dealing with. And during the primary, I walked all of Sun City Summerlin, so I got to talk to them. I got to hear some of their concerns, and those are the issues that I'd like to address in Carson City. And one of them is guardianship, as you know, and that's a huge issue there. Crime's an issue. Education also is an issue, even though most of them are, retired and older, and their kids have kids now and grandkids. So they're concerned about their grandkids, and they're just in general concerned about the state of our country right now, and they're very distressed, like a lot of us are, and they want something done. They're very frustrated.
And you feel that you're the person that these people can go to, and at least you'll hear them, you'll understand them, and you represent their needs?
Absolutely. That's what we're elected for. We're a representative government, and that's the way I look at it. And unfortunately, some of the politicians nowadays, they're in it for a career and themselves, and that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it for the people.
And I guess, again, you mentioned it. We're going to bring it up because that's been Rana's baby from day one, is guardianship.
Right.
I know that you met with us, and talk a little bit about that. I know you're an advocate for guardianship reform.
Yep, absolutely. That's one of the things that I heard while I was walking is we need to be concerned about guardianship, and that is a serious issue. We need to protect our seniors, and it's a shame what's going on with this issue. We need to fix it. It needs some bold steps to fix it, and I'm willing to do that. That's something that I really want to do, because what is happening is terrible, and we have to protect them.
And one of the things that, again, what we've seen is that in effect, you're following in the footsteps of Assemblywoman and now Senator, hopefully Senator B. Victoria Seaman.
Right.
And again, we've had Victoria on this show.
Right.
And what's it like dealing? Again, what I'm fascinated about, Jim, is yes, you have your political philosophy. How do you like campaigning? How do you like the day-to-day aspect of it?
You know, I kind of like it. I enjoy being out. I enjoy meeting the people. You know, when you're walking, and one of the things about my district is so great, is the people are so good. And when I'm out walking, I get to talk to the people. And often I'd have 20 or 30-minute conversations with people at the door. And I'm engaging them, and they're, you know, and they like it that I'm standing there talking to them. They even invite me in sometimes.
Yeah.
And my campaign people say, no, you can't do that. You got to hit the next door. You got to hit so many doors an hour. But, you know, the way I look at it is, I've made friends just by knocking on their doors.
Right.
And that's the great thing.
At least you find out what's really worrying them, what's really on their mind.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important, too.
Absolutely. Very important. So I really like it. I don't mind it. I've always been enjoyed getting out, meeting people. I'm just fascinated by all of this. So,
is there anything in it that surprised you or you didn't realize about X or Y? Or the first campaign is really, I mean, it's your first campaign. You know, someone always has to start somewhere.
Yeah, you know, not really, because I have good advisors and consultants, so they kind of warn me what's going on. And as you know, as I said, I'm a business guy, and I've always been, you know, started businesses myself, been, you know, the top guy, the CEO, and over that time, I've had to learn how to execute. So, well, first of all, build a plan, come up with a plan, and then execute it. So that's not something that's uncommon to me. So once we have a plan for Pathway to Victory plan, I just follow it.
That's simple, huh? It's
well,
really...
yeah, I mean, it kind of is, but you know, if you do what you need to do and you're willing to work, that's the other thing. A lot of candidates don't get out and walk in 115-degree heat.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, you know, you only have a certain amount of time. You have to get out there and meet the people, and if that's what it takes, that's what I do.
And meeting the people, what do you want them to know about you? Forget the politics. Forget the, you know, Republican, Democrat. I mean, I'm voting for Trump. I'm not voting for Trump. And just on the local level, what do you want people to know about you?
Well, that I'm for them. That's why I'm there. Because like I said, I see some serious issues with our state. Mm-hmm. We passed the largest tax increase in Nevada history last session, mm-hmm. that had the commerce tax, which is a dreadful gross receipt tax on businesses. It's really going to hurt businesses, and we don't even know about it yet because businesses don't start paying until August 15th, just a few days from now. Mm-hmm. And we probably won't know for another 3 to 6 months how bad that's going to hurt our economy here locally. It's going to be terrible because there's millions of dollars coming out of the economy that could go to children, could go to schools that helps our children, and it's not. It's going to you know, the government who doesn't know how to spend our money wisely.
Yeah, and notwithstanding that topic, which of course is extremely important. Again, we've been talking again and again like a broken record over guardianship, mm-hmm. and mm-hmm. one of the things that the Vegas Voice has really been obsessing over, as you mentioned before, is the guardianship reform. Right, and that. I mean, we really went all out to endorse those that are helpful, mm-hmm. and really not support those that we feel are going to be against guardianship reform. And in terms of endorsement, I'll let you take the next segment.
Yeah, well, we decided that we're very thrilled to endorse you because we know, and I'm going to give you the letter of endorsement right here.
I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, we want to endorse the people that we feel their heart is really in guardianship reform the right way.
Well, it is.
Because,
mine is.
As you know, the it's not the Senior Law Project. The
Barbara Buckley's
Legal Aid just got a huge backing of infusion of money to hire more attorneys for the guardianship problem. But we don't believe that's really what the guardianship issue needs. They don't need more lawyers. They need help for the victims.
Right.
And that is still going unfunded, unassisted, and we need people like you in the legislature that will help with some kind of remuneration for the victims and some help for them. Because right now they're still coming out of guardianship with nothing.
With nothing. That's what I understand.
And they're the ones that need help.
Right. And it shouldn't have been that way in the first place.
No, it shouldn't have been. They need protection, and they need it now.
Yeah.
So we've come up with a plan. We're going to sit down with legislatures and work on it. And hopefully people like you will help us get it through.
I very much look forward to it, because that is one of my pet issues because of the district that I'm representing. And that's something that I definitely want to fix. I think we did a little bit last session, but we didn't go far enough.
It didn't
we
go
need
far.
We need to really fix this problem.
Right.
And again, I'm sorry, Jim, one of the things I really want to harp on is that our proposals that we submitted to you, which you seem to favor, there's no tax money involved. So we're not coming to you like the other agencies and say, look, we need X millions of dollars.
Right.
Again, our plan is really predicated upon our readers, the seniors, who want to volunteer and help. And we never understood why government always felt that, no, only the professionals can take care of it, and not the grassroots, not the community.
Right.
And that's what we have. And we're hoping, again, that, I mean, I know we know you recognize it.
Right, exactly.
But it's really a very big deal.
It is a big deal. And I think that, like I said, it's something that we need to fix. And that's something that I am very willing to do for what I can do as a freshman up there. I will champion this effort, trust me.
And again, I mean, we're very grateful for that. If people want more information, they want to support you, they want to donate, they want to walk the streets with you, things along those levels, how do they get a hold of you?
They can go to my website. It's got my contact information on there. It's www.jimmarchant.com, and that's JIMMARCHANT.com. Feel free to contact me. We can always use volunteers. We're constantly seeking volunteers, and obviously money's an issue. Myself, as an outsider, we're not seeing a lot of money from the establishment.
Right.
So we have to kind of scrounge it up ourselves. And fortunately, I have a lot of really good friends and business friends, but it's not near the amount that my opponent will have. My opponent will probably have double or triple what I'm going to get, and they're going to spend it. And so if I'm to be elected in that district, I've got to try to match them at least with, policies or with doing my campaign, running my campaign efficiently as I can. So that's what I'm looking to do.
And again, I mean, we're urging all everybody, but especially Sun City Summerlin residents, to go out, vote for Jim. If you are looking, and we know that they care about guardianship reform,
crime, that's a big issue there now.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Vegas Voice has heartily endorsed Jim for assembly, and we wish you the best of luck.
I really appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot, and I'm gonna do my best for this effort, because I know how important it is.
You got it. And again, Jim, thank you so much for being here. And we thank everybody for watching The Last Word, sponsored by the Vegas Voice. One more time, if you want more information about our newspaper or about Jim or his campaign and how to help, and we only want those that care, because if you don't care, we don't want you. But if they want to get a hold of us, contact myself or Ronna Goodman at the Vegas Voice, 702-251-4441. Or again, you can get us on our website, www.thevegasvoice.net. So until next month, this is Dan Roberts and
Ronna Goodman.
And of course, as always, the last word always goes to
me.
That's because she's the boss. So again, we will see you again next month.
Next month. We'll see you then. And if you want to catch this video again, or you want to check our website again, that is www.thevegasvoice.net. See you next time. Thank you.